Writing a book is something that so many people that I know want to do. If you are someone who loves to read, it's kind of the natural outflow of developing a love of reading for your whole life, is this desire to write something of your own, right? Whether that's a story that you want to share or a nonfiction book with just some ideas that you want to share. It's completely natural to kind of have this growing sense of, man, I wonder if I could do that. You read all these great books by all these great people and you're like, man, I wonder if I could do that. Like I could probably do that. I could probably do that, right? And now, as someone who has now officially published my third book, I want to encourage you to sit down, to do the work, to write your book and to publish it, regardless of if anyone ever reads it. Okay. My first book that I published, I wrote this book in 2014. And then 9 years later in 2023, I was sitting there looking at it and I was like, I have this manuscript. I had it professionally edited. I had everything ready to go and I just never ended up publishing it. And when I came around to doing it in 2023, I was like, man, there's stuff in this book that I don't even agree with anymore. Like my thinking has changed on this. Right. And so I had this interesting experience of being able to be like, do I want to publish this as what was true for me when I wrote it, or do I want to publish it as what's true for me now, right? And that was such a fascinating thing to kind of work through. I decided to go, well, if you want to know what I decided with on that one, you can pick this book up. And if you want to support the channel, please feel free to pick this up. But recently, I just finished The Prodigal Problem. And this one has been so much fun because this process has been just a couple of months worth of going through things, from starting writing it to doing all the editing for it, getting everything done, recording an audiobook and all that stuff for this one. And it's been such a fun process. And I just want to encourage you, like almost nobody knows that I have any books available, right? I have this book available on Amazon. I have a short story that's on Kindle and on an audiobook. It's up here if you want to listen to that. And then I have this book, right? This is now my third book that I published, and almost no one has ever read them, right? And a lot of people get caught up in this thing of like, well, why would I write something if no one's going to read it, right? What's the value in that? And there's so much value in it. And I want you to hear me today. Like, this is the sign. This is your sign. Like, if you've been wondering, like going back and forth, like, oh, I should write a book, I should not, read, like, just freaking do it. Okay. Because the first thing that it will do is it will help clarify your thinking, whatever the topic is, right? For me, the idea from this Prodigal Problem book is, I was like, it came to me this one day. I was like, you know what the problem with the prodigal son, the parable of the prodigal son is? It's that there's no third brother, right? And then I wanted to expand on that idea. And so this is a short book. It's, less than 100 pages, but to write less than 100 pages in a way that is understandable to anybody who picks it up forces you to clarify your thinking and to clarify your train of thinking and your logical arguments and all this, right? And so even if no one reads it, your thinking is always going to be better after you've taken the time to write out whatever it is, write out your story, write out your nonfiction book, right? And then the second reason why you should do it is because it's super fun. As difficult as it is, it's really fun to learn, like, oh my gosh, these things that I love, these books that are just like, like I just think they're like magical things that just appear out of thin air somewhere. And it's like, no, like they're like someone sat down and wrote these in a Word document, and then someone else formatted that Word document to be something that was printable. And then someone else printed all those words on that page, and then someone else designed those graphics, right? And as you go through and start to do the pieces for yourself, it seems like it would make it like less magical, when you hold a book in your hand that you're like, oh, I know how all the pieces of that like are put together. But for me, it makes it more magical holding the books that I love, and especially beautiful books that I really appreciate. Like even these Penguin Classic series, just the way that these covers are with the black and the white and the way that they line up across all the things, I just appreciate it more because I'm like, man, that took some thinking. Like that took someone like a lot of design work and time, and it just brings this more appreciation for the work and the art that goes into creating one of these books. And so that's the second reason why I think you should do it, because it will just make you appreciate the beauty and the work that goes into the books that you read even more. And then the third reason why is because you've always known that you can do it, right? But you've never proven it to yourself. And so when you go and you actually do it, when you sit down, you write the manuscript, you edit it all, you format it all, you get it printed, you get it put out there, and it's actually available. Someone can go on Amazon right now and buy your book, right? There's a sense of pride that comes with that. And you're like, dang, man, like, look at that. People talk all the time about, like, oh, I would write a book, blah, blah, blah. Like, doggone it, I went and did it, And it literally does not matter whether anybody goes and reads it or not. There's a sense of accomplishment and a sense of pride and a sense of just increased self-confidence that you're like, wow, I can do hard things. I can do an incredibly difficult thing. Like writing a book is an incredibly difficult thing. The number of people who want to do it versus the people who have actually made it happen is a ginormous gap, right? So if you can place yourself inside that tiny group of people who have actually made this happen, it gives you something to look back on and be proud of in your life. And one bonus reason that I want to throw in here, I started writing books like way back before my kids could even read. And now what has been so fun is the other night, like it just dawned on my kids, like, oh my gosh, Dad has books that he's written, on the bookshelf in his room, he has like his books. And my kids were like, Dad, can we read those books? Right? And what's awesome for me is I have these books on the bookshelf beside my bed. And I have them there with a book from my paternal grandmother and granddad that's called Stories of Us. And they wrote a book telling their story. And I also have it right beside a book that was written by my maternal grandfather about his and his wife's adventure up in Alaska. It's called Paddles on the Yukon. And it's written by my maternal grandfather. And so this idea that you can actually write this physical book that you pass down to your kids and they can pass down to their kids. My dad wrote some children's books and my kids have my dad's children's books, like that's just the coolest thing ever. And none of it ever happens unless you push past the fear and the uncertainty and the difficulty and all the stuff of actually doing the work to get it written. So if you stumbled upon this video, if you're new here, please subscribe, hang out. Like we love talking books. I'm a freaking book nerd. I love all of the books and I'm super happy to have you here. And yeah, if you are interested, go on Amazon, check these out. I've got The Prodigal Problem, which is a study of the parable of the prodigal son. I've got Truth Serum, which is a 31-day meditation on Proverbs. And I have an audiobook or Kindle book and audiobook for The Lying Man, which is a short story I wrote. And then I will link at the end of this video. I have the full audiobook available on YouTube. So if you just want to listen to The Prodigal Problem, it's free on the channel here. You can totally take a listen to that. It's me reading it. I recorded it here in this same studio that I do all my videos. And hopefully I did a fairly decent job of it. But if you stumbled upon this video, please look me in the eyes. This is your sign. Write your book. I promise you will not regret it. It is so worth it. It is so much fun. It's amazing to hold in your hands something that you created, that you did the work for, that you can pass on, and that you can just be proud of, So yeah, there you go. This is your sign. Go write your book. Do it today. When you do, send me a copy. Tell me how to get it. I want to read it. One of my favorite things since starting YouTube has been developing a relationship with a buddy named Luke, who has a bunch of books that he's written that I've been reviewing, and watching him grow as an author is just so much fun. It's been amazing. I'll link a review to one of his stuff here because you should totally check him out. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got for today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.